Greetings to everyone listening to the sound of my voice. I remain Prophet Elijah, running the official Ministry of Realities. We are continuing from where we stopped, and the topic we are about to treat right now, it concerns the youth in the country. I want to bring a word of reality to the youths in the country. Yes, everyone has said government is bad. Yes, government is really not doing it well. Everyone knows about that. But the question is, what can we do for government to do it well? And two, if government fails to do it well, what do we do to survive? And the article we are going to be looking into at this moment, we have to do with how do we survive in the midst whereby government is not doing it well. One, you can see a man who wishes to be a footballer, for example. Maybe he went to secondary education, maybe he did not, however it is. But the fact that he has been practicing the football, possibly playing for either primary school, secondary school, or little leagues around. And he has done this thing for many years. And at the moment, he is not less than 30. He might be above 35. Some may be 40. I have seen 42, 43 years old man carrying football, practicing, still believing that he's going to join the club in Europe tomorrow to play football. And he doesn't have anything he does for the living. He believes that football is his career, and without football, there is no other means of survival. And this man is already 42, 43 years. You see, you have to be wise. Which club do you think that will employ you to play at the age of 40 something? You need to think of something else. You need to be real to yourself, because life itself is a reality, which is our key words from the beginning when we are introducing this program. You need to know that at this age, you can't even play in any strong qualified official team, whether local or anything around you. You can only be going normal training in the field, following men playing, following boys playing, doing things like that, and that cannot earn you your living. Football is one of the things that has no much time. If you click to football as early as possible, you might retire late. That one is possible. You might see a footballer who is up to 42, 43 and is still playing national team or playing in the club, but about to hang the boot, about to retire. Yes, such is possible. But you can't see a 43 years old man who wants to come into football. Above 30 years, 35, my friend. When you try your career in football, and you see that your age is approaching to 27 years, and you've not been able to get to that team you so much wish to play for in the world, so that you start making pounds and dollars and other currencies, begin to think twice immediately. Begin to think the next alternative of what you can do for the living to help yourself. Because the moment you clock 30 years, take football as something, as exercise for yourself. When you want exercise, just go to the field exercise. Remove the thought of this club will buy me, this one will buy me, I will go this country. Take it off your mind. start thinking of something else immediately. There are a lot of things I want to say. In this side of the world, anybody who had in one time or the other touched money, and suddenly money left him, or he left money, but the fact is that at the moment he's no longer living with money, the person will find it very difficult to go so low, to do similar things like the ones he was used to many years ago or a long time ago when he or she had not made money. Somebody is a Okada rider, been able to save money, maybe do one business or travel out. Yes, Okada riders do save money and travel. Getting to overseas, however it happens, whether genuine business or non-genuine business, one day the same person return home, buying cars, building house, living large and looking for good business to establish himself with here, or still go back. If this person finds himself in a situation whereby he is no longer disposed to money, this person will begin to feel bad. And to go so low to that formal Okada riding that he saved money from will be very, very, very hard for him. And at this moment, that is when someone is exposed to danger, whether man or woman. That is when people think that this person, to those that believe in money rituals, that is where they believe that the next alternative now is money ritual. Let's hit it. Let the money comes. Let everybody die anytime. Some people don't have the liver. Some have the liver. Some that have the liver don't have the connection. Because that connection is not a common one. It's not an easy one. It's not even meant for a poor man. That connection is meant for an average man. It's not even meant for a poor man. Before you're beginning to think about that level, you should fight to have money to some certain levels. Because the truth is that such things do exist. But the truth is, this is basically on a choice, what you want and the chances you have to get them. And so when you see yourself in such level, that such thoughts are coming to you, it is advisable that you tell yourself the truth of the moment, that this is where you belong now. 1, try to change accommodation where you are. If you are not really too sure about your tomorrow, try to change your accommodation from where you are to where it is cheaper. By so doing, you find out that every of your expenditure will reduce according to the environment where you move to. If you are in an environment where you are paying rent between 800, 1 million, 700, 600,000, and things went bad drastically, you can check out where you can pay rent of 200, 250, 180, 150 if it is possible. With this, you have extra from your rent to look into other cases. Your children's school fees there might be 200, 250, 180. In the other environment, you can get school fees of 15,000, 20,000, 25 highest. Even if you go to highest there, it's just 25. You find out that you're beginning to reduce burdens to yourself. And in such environment, you are no way known like the other side. There are some certain things you can afford to do, even driving that Okada you started with before. Before people will start knowing you from there, you must have made some savings from that Okada and think of something higher. You must be determined, and you must desist from any shortcut to money, except if you really have the favor of any contact of that said money ritual and you have the money to do it, and your spirit accepts to do it, and you have that kind of contact and go and do it, that is the only shortcut to money, that everyone knows that it is real. Though a lot of fakes are everywhere, robbing people. So can even at the end of robbing the person, give that person one poisonous drink to go and die, so that the person won't be coming back and be disturbing them about where is the money now? Have we not done what you said we should do? The real ones are there. It is a choice. I am not asking you to go, neither am I asking you to withdraw. It's try to remove the confusion on your head about when you get to certain situations and such positions in life. Because whether you like it or not, they are in existence. And human being passes through all this. So at this junction, if you think you have started Okada and been able to raise money, depending, but it must cost money. You have raised money to some extent. And you have favor to get in contact to someone who really knows the real ones. You might consider it a favor, because when you go after something and you succeed over that, it is a favor to you, no matter whether that is good or bad, naturally. If it is not something of this nature, if somebody calls you to come around, maybe your predicament why you had problem before was because the person who existed before you and came another world through you, you did not recognize the person and it's spoiling things. Or you come from the water, you do not recognize the water. Your water wife is there, you don't recognize her. Your spirit husband is there, you do not recognize him. The ancestor your father left by one ogris tree or whatever is there, you don't give sacrifice to them. If you choose that you don't want to listen to any of these things and continue the way you've been living your life, hoping that one day things will change, there is nothing wrong with it. Someone who don't have the same thoughts with you shouldn't see you as a mad woman or a madman. Didn't you know this? This is a kind of choice. Someone can only give you advice that there is a way out like this, so if you choose to. Then the other way around, if you choose to go and recognize the person who coined your world, who incarnated through you, and go and give sacrifice to the things your father left for you, and recognize your so-called spiritual husband or spiritual wife, and get these things done. In the process of doing this, it's not every traditional man will do it for you, but some will accept, and they will do it and do not do it properly, and the problem persists. So who knows how to do it will guide you well, direct you how it's going to be, and when it is done perfectly, you will have relief of your problems. It is natural. Not that they are going to draw billions for you, but there are certain things you saw that made you to ask what is really happening before you were informed that things like that are responsible. Part of those things will be taking some natural solutions. They are real. They are in existence. Should anybody begin to confuse you, to tell you, my religion is, if it is abomination in your religion and you want to continue your religion like that, it is right. It is your decision. And anybody who says he or she do not want to go in that direction should not be crucified. It's still the person's decision. Turn on to the next page. Let us continue.